tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
We are still stuffed with turkey, but getting in the holiday spirit. And we're getting a little hardcore as we get closer and closer to TLC as we talk about SmackDown live here on AfterBuzzTV.com. Of course, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page. You are liking and subscribing and telling your friends. Also listening on iTunes and SoundCloud. Give them those 5 stars as we talk about the wonderful world that is SmackDown with old school Tommy Dreamer music going to start things off. Yeah.
Crank it up.
Yeah, because a familiar face that we haven't seen in a long time, now back in WWE. Welcome, everybody. I'm Christian Rosenberg. Follow me on Twitter at Real Rosenberg, Instagram at The Real Rosenberg. Joining me this week, my usual panel of destruction, of supernatural forces, of diabolical evil. I don't know. I'm still full on turkey. I'm still full on turkey. At Christy Reports, Christy Olsen.
Hello, glad to be back.
I'm glad you are back. And at Curtain Jerks, it is the Scott Narver.
Who doesn't love Turkey Dreamer?
Turkey Dreamer.
He's the most full of turkey of all of us.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he? Well, yeah, we missed last week's SmackDown because of Thanksgiving, so we didn't get to talk about Gobbledygooker.
Oh my God, that was an amazing show.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
It was. They set the bar so low for Thanksgiving SmackDowns usually, where it's like they don't care and there's just a food fight. But I didn't consider that New Day was going to rock the entire show. Mm-hmm. It was like 5 minutes dedicated to the world title, and then just New Day. We learned what happened to the bunny. Adam Rose cooked it and gave it to New Day, and Big E flipped out. It was like Al Snow and Pepper. It was great. That was a good show.
And Adam Rose debuted a new segment on Raw, but we'll get into that once they start bringing on SmackDown. I'm excited for that. But this week's SmackDown begins with Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos. And Reigns, again, it's a holiday season. He wants to talk about family. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Usos, I've been close to you guys for like 30 years. Because he's 30 years old and they're related, so it's been his entire life. And Dean, well, I haven't known you as long as them, but we've been up and down the road together. You're like my brother. And we get a hug it out chant from the crowd, which we have not had in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
That was a fun surprise.
And Usos couldn't help but laugh at it. And then we had the most uncomfortable bro hug as we can get between Reigns and Ambrose.
True.
And Reigns talks about how, Sheamus might have the League of Nations with him, which we'll get into in a minute, but he won't have him at TLC when he gets to go one-on-one with Sheamus in a TLC match, even though TLC is a no disqualification match, so League of Nations, I'm sure, will be around. And speaking of which, out comes said League of Nations. That's right, we have a new stable. It is Sheamus. It is Alberto Del Rio. It is Rusev and King Barrett. Before we get into what they were talking about, what do we think of this stable?
Well, clearly it came along naturally. There's a long progression. Nothing was shoved down our throats. Sheamus 515. This is all it's organic. It's so organic.
Yeah, and that's how it should happen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it just naturally progressed over the time.
Sure.
I mean, it's not like two of the members also have managers that are nowhere to be seen when the foursome is out.
Right. And we know that there's a long lineage of the Irish and English getting along together. No fighting amongst them whatsoever. Especially when one declares himself to be a king.
One is a king. One is a Bulgarian brute who used to be in Russia, then came back to Bulgaria. Mm-hmm. One of them created his own country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sheamus.
Yep, he's there too.
He's there too. By the way, Christy, people in the chat room, like, someone's trying to give you their phone number, and I almost want to tell the rest of the chat room to just call that number and just see what happens.
Yikes.
I'm sure they probably will.
All right. But
a careful person putting your phone number on the internet.
yes, if it is your real number, who knows?
You're getting all kinds of crazy pictures tonight, honey.
And none of them are from Christy.
All of them from Christian.
Yep. Enjoy. But yeah, so I mean, I'm all for stables.
Yes.
I love them, especially when they're really there to build people up. Stables are really meant to have the established guy and maybe one or two other guys as part of it that are like, okay, these are going to be guys that are going to move up the ranks. I mean, Wyatt's, you can say that with Harper and maybe even Strowman.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about guys like groups right now, obviously you had Evolution that was all about Batista and Orton. These are all already established guys. Maybe Barrett, you can make the argument for, because they really haven't pushed him as much as the others.
Just comes and goes.
Right.
He was injured, so he was out for what, like 6 months or
Yeah,
something.
he's anytime he got that big push, he got hurt. So I'm thrown off by that. And Rusev, Barrett, and Sheamus were all hanging out together before Rusev got hurt. So it kind of makes sense for those three if they're buddies. But where the hell does Del Rio come from?
Yeah, he was doing fine.
He was okay.
Yeah. He showed up. He's been around for a couple of weeks, won a championship on his first night, started a country, as you said. Things are going well. Severing ties really quick. Unless Zeb's going to show up. I don't know. There's not... For shows that, 52 weeks a year, we get a show, Raw, and then we get another show, SmackDown. It seems like you'd have the time to just explain why. Like, why they're coming together, what their purpose is. Is it just to protect a champion not born in the U.S.? Like, just give us those little tidbits,
Also, the fact that you have Ambrose feuding with Owens, and in a way, you still have Del Rio kind of feuding with Swagger, but none of that takes place at all when the group is intact.
Right.
So it's just like, those stories are getting lost in the shuffle then, too. So I'm not quite sure where they're really going with it.
And with so many top guys out, it seems like they've taken some of the ones that they could put in those positions and lumped them together like this in kind of a weird way.
I agree with you. Yeah, because like this is a time for one of those guys to really branch out. Maybe one of them turn face. Maybe Barrett's sick of being in the shadow and have him turn. I mean, who knows? But it is unique having these four guys, and in a way, seven because New Day is their buddies. So
yeah, they're practically
even
they're
less
practically in the group too. I mean, granted, Kofi no longer claims he's from Jamaica, so I don't know how he's a part of it. But
he's from West Africa.
yes, from Ghana, West Africa, aka Boston. What? But League of Nations saying, the Authority announced that there's going to be an 8-man tag tonight: Reigns, Ambrose, and the Usos versus League of Nations. But then out comes a New Day. First off, they call Roman Reigns a ruiner. Reigns the Ruiner. Hashtag Reigns the Ruiner. And I almost thought Big E passed out from how long he held that.
That was so incredible.
And they said, well, you're not going to have that 8-man tag match just yet. In order to be in that match, Ambrose and Usos, you have to defeat the New Day in a 6-man tag match to earn the right to be in a 4-on-4 match. And if you lose, then it's going to be a 4-on-1 handicap match.
Makes perfect sense.
Why not? Because it's not like we have 40 other wrestlers on the roster that could use some airtime.
But that's all right. It's New Day.
It's New Day. Well, no, I got no problem with New Day.
Yes.
But I don't need New Day in 3 segments on a show. It might be a
You don't?
As much as I like it, you don't want them to oversaturate them. And I love New Day.
True.
Like, New Day is the best thing going right now.
Wait, was it 3 segments or 2?
Tonight
So we
was...
had that, and then we had the match.
Oh, you're right. Tonight was 2. Raw was like 4.
Okay, yeah, that I agree with. But if you do 2, you have one.
That's fine. The promo and the
then you
actual
get a
match. There's no problem with that. But, okay, well, Ambrose and Usos, how many segments were they in? They were in at the beginning. They had their match. They had the backstage. Then they did the run-in at the end. So they were in quite a bit. But we'll get into the actual match later on. First, we got to talk about Tyler Breeze versus Neville. And Ziggler got his hair did. Ziggler, like you sit in a commentary, and that's a new look for Ziggler. The straightened out.
Well, yeah, and he had kind of let the bleach blonde grow out quite a bit, and it was looking very dark, and he got a little reblondered. Is the word that us ladies use?
Reblondered?
Reblondered and a fresh flat iron. Yeah, it was looking good.
Oh.
It was all about the headband, though.
It was.
He did have a headband as well.
Yeah, I don't know. He took away the ramen hair. I don't know how I feel. I guess he's trying
partial to the ramen hair?
Yeah, I always like a good ramen-haired wrestler. Your Mr. Perfects, your Sid Vicious Psychos, And now I guess he wants a new action figure, so that's the way to go about it.
Why not? That's the way to do it. Just change just a little thing.
Yeah,
and
that's
get
a
some
lot,
more money.
though.
Well,
that hair
for a figure, it's just one aspect.
Now they gotta pluck that hair out and make new hair for him.
Well, they'll just put a new head on it altogether.
Oh, so they'll put an old Triple H head from circa 2002 when he was straightening his hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, if he grows out the mutton chops.
Better.
Yeah, do you think Triple H took him aside like, hey, straighten your hair, it really works out?
That's what's going to get you over. Mm-hmm. The straightening hair.
Maybe, wink, wink, wink. Spits water in his face.
Well, this match, really fun match. Ziggler was just going off on the commentary throughout the match. Like, more than... I couldn't really tell if he was just trying to be super goofy or just being like, they gave me a mic, I'm just going to run with it.
Yeah.
There was even a point in the match where on TV you see Ziggler in the background and I see him talking, but there's no sound.
Really?
Yeah, there was a point in the match where I saw this. So either it was just an edited spot where they kind of did that, or he said something they did not want to air.
Interesting.
Whatever it might have been, who knows. But I found that quite amusing. Really fun match between Neville and Breeze. I almost feel like I felt bad that, in a way, I felt like the Ziggler commentary distracted from this match. Mm-hmm. And Summer got involved to distract Neville just enough for Breeze to get the advantage, hit the Unprettier for the win. And then the match ends, and you would think, okay, then maybe Ziggler is going to come in and attack Breeze. Maybe he's going to challenge him to a match at TLC. Nothing. No interaction at all between the two of them. And Ziggler was just chilling with the commentators, and they cut the commercial, and he's gone.
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't bad. It was weird. Because, like you said, it didn't... you thought there would be more with Ziggler, but it's almost like, hey, go attack him now. I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Swivel, swivel, swivel.
It's like, you guys edited me. I was censored, not mad. I'm good, not here.
I'm sure he knew right at that second that it was censored
right?
too.
Or he's like, I just got my hair did. I got reblonded.
Reblondered.
He wants to be gorgeous like Breeze. Doesn't want to mess up the hair.
Right.
Understandable.
Yeah. Becky's backstage, and they're talking. She's talking about how she's not happy about what happened on Raw when Charlotte Flair pulled a Ric Flair, pretending an injury made her feel concerned, and then she lose the match. She did it just as good as her dad. She said, we're still best friends. We're going to move on from it. And then she's interrupted by Team Bella members Brie and Alicia, and they calling her gullible. And Charlotte comes in and talks smack about, hey, say hi to Nikki since you're still hurt, and we're the new top of the mountain here. Get out of here. Da 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 da. I'm sorry, but on Raw, wasn't Brie the heel against Sasha? And here we go again. Brie was the face against Sasha. I said it wrong. Brie was the face against Sasha on Raw, and tonight she's the heel against Becky. Pick something.
Yeah, well, we've been saying that about the women's division for a couple of years now.
Specifically Team Bella.
Right.
And just pick a side. Please, I'm begging you.
Alicia got to
But they
speak.
play both sides so well. I mean,
Do they?
okay.
Maybe they're the first bipolar
Maybe.
ladies group.
Okay,
you know?
well, add that to the story, then I'll be behind it.
That's why they took Alicia in, because before she would, she'd go way off the rails and act crazy and beat up the announcers and stuff.
I love
So there should
That
be.
was so good. And she finally got to speak tonight.
Yes, she did.
That was great. And she did a really, really good job.
She absolutely
They
did.
should let her talk more.
Like there should be a thing where like Alicia's going out for a match and all of a sudden Bree's in the back. She's like, "Oh wait, I don't think Alicia took her pills. Oh no!" And then she go and all hell breaks loose. Now it makes sense. But that leads to the match: Bree versus Becky. Bree at the early on in the match pretends to hurt her ankle, mocking Becky that how Charlotte tricked her on Raw. Team Bad is in the back with a piñata with a blonde wig on it. We cut to that once for 5 seconds, and that was it. No explanation at all on that.
No, well, do you think that they're kind of trying to make Team Bad into like the New Day? On the Thanksgiving episode as well, they were right there kind of in with all the hijinks. They were very funny. And I think that they do have the charisma to pull that kind of stuff off. And they also kind of have a good mix of personalities when you're talking like Sasha, Naomi, and Tamina. I really think that they could kind of play that role in the Divas division. And that's maybe what's being tested right now. Doesn't it kind of feel that way?
Well, they've done a lot of stuff with them too in social media, right?
They hang out with them on
Yeah.
Instagram all the time.
Like they switched outfits, I want to say, or was it just the New Day wearing Team Bad's outfits one time?
No, they both kept mocking each other.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think that... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you know.
Let's go
You
off
know.
topic. No, I was going to speculate some romantic stuff, but I won't do that because this is not the place.
What?
I'll save it for the Total Diva show.
Speculate romantic stuff.
But I want to hear.
Well, I don't know. I haven't done my research, but I feel
What
that
do you
one
hear?
of
What do you hear?
maybe
What have
one
you
of the
heard?
members of Team Bad is dating one of the.
Well, the
one
only
of the
the
New
only
Day.
possibility, I don't know what Tamina's status is, but obviously Naomi's married and Sasha's engaged, so.
But love is in the air. This can change angles. Factions can be formed from this because, TMZ gets wind of it, then everything changes.
Right, whole storyline changes.
Oh.
Anyway,
who
but
do you
I'm
think's
saying.
who's smitten with who?
Well, no, I'm probably wrong, but I'm just saying I think that they're trying to push that.
Let me rephrase. Who of those two teams would you like to see as a couple, Christy?
No,
Who would you
okay,
like
all
to
right,
see?
Let's,
It's
no,
just-
no, let's go
who
back
would
to
you-
wrestling.
who-
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm turning it back to the match. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So-
I'm trying to
Well,
keep a
then I
handle
guess
on
I
it.
apologize as well because I was genuinely interested.
I'm sure I'm wrong anyway. Anyway,
Well,
That's why I tried to phrase it so that way it's just,
it was just what you wanted.
my
yeah.
speculation.
Yeah, well, it's not speculation. It's just
a-
like a fantasy world. What
Yeah,
would
it's
you
a
like?
dream couple. You're playing Cupid.
I mean, I dream about Alicia Fox every night. What?
That was
That was
actually
weird.
it. That was actually it.
Anywho, Brie accidentally hit Charlotte, like when she was caught on the ropes and her arm whipped around and hit Charlotte on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Becky locks in the disarmer, and Charlotte's pissed from being hit, runs in the ring, grabs Brie, starts beating her up. Ref immediately calls for the bell for a DQ. So Brie wins by disqualification to outside interference. Becky is pissed, and rightfully so. And now they're really kind of starting to tease like a heel Charlotte over this last week. Meanwhile, you still have Paige around, and she was nowhere tonight. So you got Team Bad playing with Pinata. Charlotte and Becky are not seeing eye to eye. Bree's doing all the wrestling, and Paige is still the number one contender.
There you go.
So there's a whole lot of.
What's going on here?
It's like a big old gumbo that just needs to be.
That's the thing
Straighten
with
up.
gumbo. You throw in all the ingredients and let it simmer.
Yeah, we got to let it simmer and see what comes out of it.
We just need some white rice to put it on, and then we're good.
I feel like you're talking about me.
What are you saying,
But-
Scott Narver?
I'm saying you throw the white rice in at the end so it doesn't become totally soupy.
Oh, okay.
So we need
Thank you.
that
I'm not a cook.
The white
I didn't
rice
understand.
is the ring.
So it's not me.
They need ring time, is what they need.
Oh, okay. I thought I was involved somehow. All right. No worries. Neville is backstage with The Miz. I am intrigued by this. Miz is talking about how Neville has great talent, but not really too much of a personality. And Miz can help him get to that point. He's like, don't you remember, a guy named Dan O'Brien? I'm the one who helped propel him to superstardom. Because I was his trainer on NXT. And
yeah, people are always giving the Miz credit for Daniel Bryan.
it's clearly thanks to the Miz that Dan O'Brien is Dan O'Brien. But that being said, that's the one thing that is missing from Neville, is really kind of like the talking to get the personality over. We all will watch him every night of the week in the ring.
The character, the bigger-than-life character.
Yeah. So aligning him with Miz, whether it's they form some type of partnership or a feud, I'm game.
I really didn't think he was going to say Daniel Bryan at first. I thought he was going to go...
Bryan Danielson?
No, I thought he was going to say Damien Mizdow.
Oh.
And I thought that's when we were going to see him. And then when he said Daniel Bryan, I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. Where's Damien Sandow? Which I guess he's showing up on the CD shows, like the main events and stuff, back in the robe.
Yeah.
He's also on Up, Up, Down, Down a lot.
Yes, he is. By the way, if you're not watching the Up, Up, Down, Down show, watch it. I've never wanted to play video games with someone more than like Xavier Woods and Miz and Kofi and Sandow and Rollins. They're all on there just playing video games against each other.
Well, I'm going to tell Alicia you said that.
I'll play video games with Alicia too. She's just not on the show.
No, she's ranked low, clearly, amongst all those others.
It's not true.
So
I'm
sad.
sorry. Can you ever forgive me? Renee's backstage with Rusev and Lana. And on Raw, we have a match between Rusev and Ryback after Lana's return with the, hey, we're going to pretend like the last 4 months of storylines never happened. And they've always been together. And she inadvertently got knocked over from Ryback pushing Rusev into the steps. And Rusev and Lana are blaming Ryback for Lana getting hurt. And Rusev says next time he sees Ryback, he's going to crush him. And that upset one Christy Olsen. So much so that she did
the little growl, yeah, whatever that was. Well, but Lana and Rusev were on the Michael Cole interview this week too, and I don't mind that the storyline that was going had to get trashed for this, because I like to see them coupley and it's cute and whatever. I bought it. If you watch that interview, it's wildly entertaining. But I was wondering, you guys, from like a manly point of view,
all the
If
manly.
There are no manlier men in this room right now than Scott and myself.
Well, do you think that all the mushy stuff? Yeah, James, and you can weigh in on this too. Does this mushy stuff, is it hurting Rusev's like brute reputation? Like, remember when he first came around and he didn't talk and he just crushed everybody and he won all the time? Like, this is a wildly different Rusev than that. Is this stuff with Lana ruining him?
I loved when Rusev was flipping out and was upset and called her a stupid woman cow and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hashtag stupid woman cow. Let's do it again.
And this will get into the Roman Reigns stuff later. I like watching characters with multiple sides. I can take a badass that's impervious to everything once a show or once on the roster.
Yeah.
But not everybody. I don't want everybody to be a total badass. So him being all lovey-dovey, if he gets more so now and loses that edge, I think that's great for a while. Like, it's different.
It could turn comical if they wanted to go that route. I don't see him doing that. But I like, there's your typical, hey, I'm a really tough guy, but there's this, I only get soft for one thing, or there's like, it's almost like a kryptonite type thing. And I got no problem with that at all. I just don't want him to turn into the guy who constantly loses. Unless it's always because of Lana. There has to be a significant pattern with it. I don't want him to just randomly lose a match every week.
Hey,
That's
so
from
you're
a couple
so you're not hating it.
manly
I like
men.
that.
We are the manliest of men.
Good to know. It's hard for me to sit and watch Raw without you guys and be like, I wonder what Christian and Scott are thinking.
You could text
it's
us.
hard.
Or we can just watch it
I was just
together.
gonna say,
Well, I'm getting my nails done, and I'm getting my
re-blondered.
de-blondered.
I'm ironing my rose shirts. Where are we? 6-man tag is underway. New Day versus Ambrose and the Usos. Really fun 6-man tag. This is how a 6-man tag match works.
Yeah.
Good time. Everyone had really good moments in this. I believe it was Jimmy who had the knee injury on Raw, re-aggravated it on SmackDown, and it was at the very end of the match. His knee is tied up in the ropes. Kofi with a Trouble in Paradise directly onto the knee, and that leads Xavier Woods to hit the Shining Wizard. And New Day, this surprised me, that they had New Day beat Ambrose and the Usos relatively clean. I mean, because there wasn't any weapons used or anything like that. And that's going to make a 4-on-1 handicap match for the main event. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm game. I was pleasantly surprised by this outcome. I was not expecting them to let New Day win.
Yeah, shocker for me too. It just seemed formulaic that, oh yeah, those guys will win, and that's a 4-on-4. Nothing out of the ordinary here, but yeah, they won. Mm-hmm. And they rubbed it in. Big time.
Yes.
Which was great.
Yeah. They're good at that.
They're exceptional at that.
And by the way, as soon as that match ends, they showed the graphic of the main event, and it's now going to be a 4-on-1 handicap match. And you play Monday Night Raw's music. You know, SmackDown has a theme, too. I don't know if you know that, several producers.
Not going after Dunn, huh?
Several producers that I will not name on the air, who are excellent at their job, except in this one instance.
This is why we need Shane McMahon back. Wouldn't let that slide.
No.
Never.
No. How does that happen?
How does that happen on a taped show?
Thank you, James.
Because I press the wrong buttons at times. I'll admit it, but
this is live.
on a
You're
tape
going.
show? Like, come on, guys.
You have 2 days to... They add the music in post. I mean, it's not even on during the damn show live. What the hell? Nah.
So
Somebody's in trouble.
Yeah. You're going to cancel your network subscription over this now?
Well, no, and this wasn't on the network.
It will be.
In about 4 months.
Ever. No, a month.
Oh, in a month it goes on? Now they wait 1 month? I thought it was 4 months.
No, that's crazy.
Well, while we're on the subject...
Manuel Dominguez says in the chat, SmackDown has a theme?
Every show has a theme. Main Event had a theme.
It does.
NXT has a theme.
Main Event's theme is pretty good.
Velocity had a theme.
Yep.
Even Sunday Night Heat had a theme.
It's true. They all have a theme, but if you
That
don't
was
see
hot.
that intro video, you don't really know the theme.
It's true. That is true. But speaking of Ambrose Usos, I believe they are part of the subject of this week's Believe That. So I'm going to pass this over to Christy so we find out what type of gossip she enjoyed this week and how we can talk about how it's not going to happen.
Who's in love?
Well, you know, this one actually isn't that far-fetched, boys. I think you may be able to believe this.
All right.
So apparently, and I thought that they were gonna say this tonight and ruin my segment, but Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos stable will reportedly be called the Family. I know. Shocker. I know.
Why are they
know.
going to be an actual stable?
Well, apparently this is going to continue to go on for a little while. There are plans
Survivor Series is already over.
Well,
That would have made sense then.
This kind of ties into something's going to happen that's going to bust up Zeb Coulter and Alberto Del Rio. Like, by the new year, Alberto Del Rio is going to be going in a different direction than being with Zeb Coulter. So we can assume that The Family versus the League of Nations will go on at least throughout the rest of the month. So that's a good, 6 more shows. They got to be called something.
I can't.
He was talking all about it tonight.
I can't wait.
Family.
I can't wait for League of Nations member Alberto Del Rio versus family member Jey Uso.
Two things. One, how are they going to have a family and a Wyatt family? That's
Thank
just
you.
going to confuse people.
There's one.
And two, are they going to get Sister Sledge, the rights to Sister Sledge for them to come out to that?
It'll take
You got to know more than just that one word, one lyric to that song. Yeah, don't you dare call them a family. That's like when they created the Union. Big Show, Test, Mankind, and Shamrock, and that lasted a week.
It did.
Don't do that. They can be buddies. They can help each other. They don't need to be. I'm not saying name them the buddies.
Brotherhood?
They don't need a name. They can just help each other.
Roman's Empire?
Yeah, Ambrose will love that. What?
The Ambrose?
Yeah.
Cocoa Nutters?
Why not?
Right?
Why not? Chat row, give us some more names for this apparently new stable of Reigns, Ambrose, and the Usos.
Slimy Hair Brigade?
Three Samoans and a white guy?
Yeah.
The Unstable?
Oh.
I actually kind of like that one for a stable name. Maybe not this one, but I like that name for a stable.
You know, it's what I said for a couple weeks ago. I don't believe they'll do it, but I believe that someone went like, the family? That's a really great name, because they are. Yeah.
And then Bray's gonna be in the back. Guys, you used the family in our name.
Yeah.
No, you guys just be the Wyatts. No, but we're the Wyatt family.
Mm-hmm. But I don't.
But no,
think
Wyatt.
it'll be
Well,
called.
we're not all last name Wyatt.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No.
It better not.
I
It
thought you
better
guys were
not
gonna
happen.
buy this one
Do you,
right up.
No.
Do you believe? Believe?
Well, when they started talking tonight, Roman Reigns all about family, 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 and I was like, oh, he's gonna go. Then welcome. This is the family. But I don't know.
The family versus the authority.
Yeah.
Too many of those.
Too many of those.
Too many of those.
It's not obvious at all.
What would their T-shirt look like?
A Sunday dinner, like family dinner.
That's exactly what I was
at the
thinking.
table.
Like a table with like a turkey.
I was thinking all of them a la Al Bundy on a couch with their hands on their pants. All wearing tank tops.
Oh God. We got Lunatic Empire, Pellet Club. Call them the Shield.
I like this one. AJ0314 says Shield -1 plus 2 Samoan twins. That's good. That helps with math.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yes. I'm liking all these. Keep the names coming. Let's get into the next match because it won't be long for this match, but we'll name some more of these groups. So we have Devon versus Bray Wyatt. You heard me.
Again, why not?
For several months, Bray Wyatt was the thorn of Roman Reigns' side, and then he goes right from that to The Undertaker, and now he's one-on-one with Devon Dudley.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Oh my God, why? So, Dudley's now have Tommy Dreamer with him, which is cool.
Awesome.
Nice to see him. I'm kind of surprised they pulled him up before Rhino, because he's been down in Orlando. But the Wyatts go from Undertaker and Kane stealing like the souls of the Undertaker and Kane to getting thrown through a table by the Dudleys. Like, that drop is incredible.
They're the new face of fear. Fear of not accomplishing anything.
Apparently. I mean, my
Fear
good,
of falling far fast.
I mean, my good buddy Christian Cole was on the Raw AfterBuzz this week, and he called them the Quiets, and I can understand that. Are we supposed to believe Strowman's a monster right now if he's getting whipped by Bubba Ray Dudley with a kendo stick?
Real quick, as Melly851 points out in the chat, let's not forget R-Truth.
Oh, I was not going to forget R-Truth.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Because that happened before the match.
The physical match. Yeah, we have Devon versus Bray, but before the match starts, lights go out. We're expecting Bray. Lights come back on. There's R-Truth just standing on the stage.
Shocked, and then hey.
Surprised that he's on the stage, and then smiling and waving at everybody. Lights go out again. Now out comes the Wyatt family, and R-Truth is nowhere to be seen.
I thought Braun Strowman was going to be carrying him passed out or something at least. I mean...
Make him carry the rocking chair.
Yeah.
Something.
Or you just see R-Truth just like, they're walking by, they just stand there and stare at R-Truth and he just runs away. Just something. It was funny. I don't know why it happened, but I enjoyed it.
I like these moments with R-Truth.
So, the match, quick match, Sister Abigail for the win. And then, for a minute, Bubba and Tommy Dreamer have control of all 4 members of the Wyatt family, which makes no sense. But then they finally regroup, and Rowan drives Tommy Dreamer through a table. And you know, this is going to be our tables match, more than likely, at TLC.
No way.
I know, it's hard to believe.
You said this whole time none of this makes sense, and then you're going to say something that makes sense? Don't you see the pattern here?
No.
This will be the chair match.
Oh.
Or the stair match.
Well, they don't have stairs in the name of this pay-per-view this year.
Yeah,
that was
but
last year. Yeah,
they
it was
added
Rowan and
it
Big
late.
Show last year in a stairs match.
But they added it pretty late in the whole thing. I thought, when getting to that point.
That's true. So we'll see who the 4th guy is on Team ECW Reunion.
Are we making predictions?
I'm going to say Rhino.
Okay.
It's going to be either Rhino or RVD. It's got to be one or the other.
That's it?
It ain't going to be Sandman.
I'm going to say Raven.
Does he still wrestle?
Why not?
All right. I will mark out if it's Spike.
Do you have any guesses on this, Christy? Were you a ECW nut at all?
Not like you guys.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind seeing RVD back around. He's around, right? Like, he's still there. They're just not putting him on TV.
Yeah.
He's got like some type of part-time deal with them.
Yeah. I liked seeing him every week.
Show up and lose, Rob. All right.
Are you paying me? All right, cool.
Wait, I'm fighting the Wyatts? I might win, right? It's very likely.
The way the last couple months have been going, yeah, you might.
Yeah.
Main event time, League of Nations versus Roman Reigns. A 4-on-1 handicap match. First off, they're backstage. Usos and Ambrose are like apologizing to Reigns. Reigns is like, don't worry, I got this. I'm sorry. You're going up against a WWE champion, United States champion, a guy who was undefeated for a year, and the current king of the ring at the same time.
At the same damn time.
Guys, I got this. It's cool. No worries. What?
Yeah, even Rock, I remember back in the day, was freaked out about fighting the Dudleys 2-on-1. Like, that worried him.
Right, because you're facing like the tag team champion. If they were, I don't know if they were at the time,
but they were still
top tag team.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, I got to face both of them at the same time. You're facing 4 guys at once, 2 of which currently are champions, and the current king of the ring. Nah, that's all right.
And one of them beat you after you narrowly beated one of them. Like
yes.
The whole tournament, you know, it's just all this. There's tons of them. You fought them, and they're trouble. And this is what I was saying about the characters of, I like fallible characters. Mick Foley's my favorite of all time because he had every emotion that there was. There's fear, there's laughter, there's everything. Roman's just flat. It's just, I'm the badass, I can't be stopped, I'm not afraid of anything. That's okay for a while, but 4 against 1 and there's no concern, there's no fear, there's no trying to figure out a game plan, nothing. It's not interesting, and I think internally, and this, you know, kids might think that's awesome, and that's fine. That's the divide that he's getting right now when they're going, well, why aren't they cheering him? So with the outcome of the match, which I guess we'll get to, they're surprised that people still aren't interested, because why would we? You know, I think the most interesting heroes can lose. They can fail.
They can be vulnerable.
And they can rise up above that. That's what they had so well with Roman after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He was fighting Brock, getting beat and destroyed, but had a chance, had a glimmer of hope. And then that seemed to have gone away. Now he's just the badass continuing through. That's what made Roman great at one point, I feel.
No, well said. I
a good
I
point.
completely agree with you. Now, this match is going on. Like I said, all 4 members of the League of Nations are in the match. There's a point where Barrett trips Reigns from the outside. He's not the legal man. Referee sees this. Some people could say, oh, it's a warning, or maybe we're going to disqualify the team for outside interference. No, Barrett gets ejected from the match. How do you get ejected while you're in the match? Has that ever happened in history?
It's so weird. Because, yeah, it's like a rule that now that all tag teams could have one member ejected. It doesn't, I don't know, it does not compute.
It's problematic.
Yeah. So now they're like, oh, well, now the odds are a little better because it's 3-on-1. Okay. It's still 3 on freaking 1. But then I'm thinking, oh, well, somehow it's going to whittle down to end up being one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because that would then, okay, somehow maybe one of them twists their ankle, has to be helped to the back, something happened. Swagger comes out, chases Del Rio. That would, hey, you would add to the story, right?
Yeah, I would have liked that.
But no, Barrett's the only one out of the match. It just stays 3-on-1 the entire time. And Reigns counters everything on the outside, takes out all 3 guys, and wins by countout. So Roman Reigns...
The longest count out in the history of SmackDown.
So Roman Reigns can defeat, technically, the King of the Ring, guy undefeated for a year, the United States Champion, and the WWE Champion all at the same exact time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way to debut a stable.
Yes.
Without his family.
Without any help.
His family let him down, of all things, too.
Yeah, he should be pissed at his family.
Yeah, they dropped the ball.
I mean, how do you debut a group where then they lose 4-on-1 3 days after they debut?
And if there had been any sort of different stipulation to this match, or had he beaten one of them, when they sometimes do the all on the line, this could have been some scenario where you go, so Roman Reigns technically could be the King of the Ring, the U.S. Champion,
and the WWE Champion.
And the WWE Champion.
And has Lana. We get them all out.
He beat them all. It's crazy.
Again, you could have done the thing where, all right, for whatever reason you rejected Barrett. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world, but fine, we'll roll with it. Swagger somehow chases Del Rio. Maybe Ryback or someone tweaks like an ankle or something, and it just goes down to Reigns and Sheamus. And say Reigns pins Sheamus. Fine. And then it's momentum. Hey, I just pinned you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But no, we just bury a new stable.
And on top of that, what was at stake?
Nothing was at stake at all.
Yeah, it's just a match. Had it been, it's the last time you're ever going to get a title shot ever, and you got to go up against 4 guys, and it's a major show, and it's building to that. It's the want of, if he doesn't get through this, it's all over.
And on top of all that, the match ends. Then Sheamus bro kicks him while in the ring. Barrett comes back out. Now all 4 are ganging up on Reigns. Out comes Ambrose and the Usos. Mind you, one of the Usos is on one leg. Reigns is down, and the League of Nations run away. It was essentially 4 on 2.5. And they run.
They're not the only ones who ran. Bubba and Tommy Dreamer.
They ran too.
Also ooh, no, ooh, God, put Devon down, please.
God.
It's weird backwards things going on with the bad guys and the good guys where they're backing down. I don't know. It's very jumbled right now. We're not on the road to WrestleMania yet.
No, we are not.
This isn't selling 100,000 seats.
No, we're on the road to, hey, we got a pay-per-view next week.
And they got good stuff going on.
There are going to be some really entertaining matches on this pay-per-view. We found out it's going to be a triple threat ladder match for the tag titles. I wasn't expecting it to be a ladder match, but that's going to steal the damn show with those 7 guys, because I'm including Woods in that case, involved in that match. But so we'll have a lot to talk about next week. But real quick, I do want to plug something before we get into the fun little music and all that. So we were off last week because of Thanksgiving. Hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving and got all your wonderful shopping deals. Some of you took advantage of Black Friday sales at ProWrestlingTees.com and you bought some of my Christian Rosenberg shirts. Thank you guys for that.
Yay.
Yeah, we're getting closer to hearing me rap. However,
what's the total?
We need about 15 more.
Okay, because you set the number at 385 at this point?
300,000. You forgot the 1,000 at the end of it. So,
but Christian, what about people who've already bought both of your T-shirts?
Well, here's the thing, Christy. I was.
You don't count.
Well, no, since we were off last week, I really couldn't promote the big Black Friday sale that was at Pro Wrestling Tees because didn't have the platform. We were off that week. Some of you went on and found it. Great. So I talked to the guys at Pro Wrestling Tees a day or two ago, and I was just like, hey guys, we were off the week that I could promote the thing. Plus, people want to hear me rap about divas for some reason. I told them I got to sell a certain amount of shirts in order to do that. Can you hook me up? Maybe extend like a Black Friday sale, go longer for our listeners. And you know what? Pro Wrestling Tees is awesome, and they delivered. So from
they want to hear you rap too.
They do. So from today until December 10th, so you have 1 week. If you buy any of my Christian Rosenberg shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg, use the promo code Rosenberg. I know it's really tough to remember.
Spell it.
ROSENBERG, not URG, ERG. Use that promo code. Buy one or all of my shirts, you will save 20% off the sale. And
well, maybe if there was some new design or
well,
something.
we know we have my two designs. We know we have the Christian Rosenberg and we have the Rosenberg Above Hate. But ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on the newest addition to ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Show it on the screen. All of you are witnessing. Hopefully it's up there. I don't know because I don't see it. I'm just talking. It says Talk Rosie Talk. Hence like Fight Owens Fight shirt. Hopefully you guys see it on there. James, is it up on there? I don't even know.
Yeah, I just took it down. I could put it back up for you.
There you go. Put it back up for a few more seconds. There it is. Talk Rosie Talk. That shirt, the Christian Rosenberg shirt, and of course the Rosenberg Above Hate. All of them. ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Use the promo code Rosenberg between now and December 10th. 20% off your Christian Rosenberg gear. And maybe by the holidays, I might drop a couple beats here.
AJ0314 says, I bought both because I'm loyal. Melly851 says, yay, I'm definitely going to buy one. So,
hey,
All right,
there you go.
Melly.
Thank you guys for the support. Keep it going. But in the meantime, you can keep talking to us about SmackDown and my shirts or whatever else you want to chat with any of us about on the various forms of social media. Christy, how can people reach out to you?
Oh, I would love it if they would check out my Instagram on how to cut up the t-shirts, because you know that's what I do. It's kind of fun. And the Twitter at Christy Reports. And please also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Christy Reports.
Scott Narver.
you can follow me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks. You can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on iTunes and SoundCloud. And on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Wrestling Compadres Slamcast will be doing a live 100 show. So you can call in. There's live chat. So if you want to jump in on that show, they're going to have calls. They're going to have chat. So jump in on it.
This Tuesday is the 100th episode?
100th episode.
I might have to try to
Congratulations.
bug you guys at some point during that show then.
I have no power.
Oh, I thought you had all the power.
No, I
All
don't.
right, fair
But
enough.
Go ahead. You can bug me all you like.
Oh, well, I will bug you on various forms of social media, like you said, at Current Jerks. And you can bug me on various forms of social media. Follow me on Twitter, at Ru Rosenberg, Instagram at The Ru Rosenberg. And again, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Promo code Rosenberg on my shirts. You save 20% from now until December 10th. That's all the time you can get with that deal. So go and do it. And, of course, for all your other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. James, plug your Twitter, too.
I'm at the Jimbo Slice. That's TheeJimboSlice.
There you go. And, of course, buy his Young Bucks DVD. You can buy that on High Spots. Awesome DVD. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. For Christy Olsen and Scott Narver, I am Christian Rosenberg, and we will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Money for Sunny. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.